What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, we're going to talk about how we just logged our 400th win against only 21 losses, going all the way back to September of 2023 for almost 1,900% return. But the obvious question once again is, if that's really true, what in God's name are you waiting for? All that and more coming in up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, God bless each and every one of you. My light just fell down, so if I'm in the dark or close to it, now you know why. In fact, it kind of matches the mood. Now that 400, perhaps some of you that are watching, have fired me in the last 2.5 years, despite being able to turn 10 grand into almost 190 G. Before I give you 3 reasons why and what's in it for you before the end of this video, I want to take just a minute right now to honor, to respect, and to say thank you very much for 199 to be exact strong in the Discord. Yeah, we need 3 people to come through our doors in order to keep one. And every single one of you motherfuckers, now that we've cleaned house, are battle tested, salt of the earth, tough as motherfucking nails. I'd walk through a burning building for you and vice versa. DRCT in at 160 and change, out this morning as high as 2.5. Back in at 160 and change, out at 180. Back in for a third time, could have sold it at 180 last trade, 177.5. You could have made, if you're watching me right now and you were on the fence last week, you could have made close to 75% once we turned that motherfucker 3 times in less than a week. That would have paid for an entire year's worth of subscription fees. And in case you haven't heard, we average over 100 wins a year, 77-2 since last August. So while it's fashionable for hundreds of people to pull their credit card days, hours, minutes in some cases before they owe me an annual renewal, all I'll say is karma's a bitch. We have the Holy Grail in this very short video, and you're only going to see me once or twice a week. I took 7 months off last year, said goodbye to half my business. You're not going to get new customers unless you're on YouTube. And by the way, it's my only social network. No X, no Facebook, no Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, none of that shit. I trust that what's meant for me will find me right fucking here at Jason McElhone, close to 77,000 subs. Most of them, of course, bailed shortly after the scamdemic of 2020, where I spent, 2 years fighting for nothing in terms of what I got paid to raise billions in loans and grants? You think that would get some loyalty? Fuck that. There is none. I was a broker from 1993 to 2007. I've made all the mistakes, including going bankrupt in 2008, so that you don't have to. And over the course of the last few years, especially in the last 6 to 9 months, we are so fucking on fire, I don't even have a word for it. In fact, the more I come in front of this camera, the more I'm convinced that 99.9% of you simply don't believe what I'm telling you. You don't believe it's possible to go 77-2 since last summer. I've got to be a liar, a fucking scammer, like they call me over on Clowntown. I get it. It didn't seem possible to me either. 3 years ago, I could barely rub 2 nickels together, trying to rebuild myself as I said goodbye to corporate America. Had to cash in my 401k, I think it was $92,000, no big fucking deal, and survive through the scamdemic. And like many of you, I did get a decent loan from the SBA that I just recently paid back in full. But if you look at the amount of money that we've made, just do the math. Take whatever you put into a trade times 400 wins, average gain 30%, average hold time about a month and a half. That's how you get to 1,800%. That's how you turn 100 grand into $1.8 million. Now, if you're like me, you had to give half of that back to the IRS so they could go buy a $600 toilet seat in the state of Georgia. So in so many words, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. But still, as of today, I get $1,200 a year for an annual Discord if you save 50%. And yeah, that's the second time in 6 months that we've raised our price, and rightly fucking so, because one trade this morning in DRCT pays for the whole year, and that's only if you're trading $3,000 lots. What if you're trading 10, 20, 50, $100,000 lots? Granted, that's few and far between. But we estimate the average person now inside the Discord's trading with at least 50 grand. We have 7 core holdings, which means about $7,000 per idea. We just made 50% or close to it this morning. What's 50% on 7,000? $3,500. How many fucking years is that? Almost 3 in one trade. And we've had 77 wins in the last 6 months. What the fuck are you waiting for? In closing, 80% of those that have come and gone are welcome to come back. If I didn't throw your fucking ass out for bad behavior, whether you disrespected me or somebody else, you're welcome to come back. Yeah, you fucking blew it. There's no other way to tell you. You may have thought you were putting the screws to me because I was acting like an asshole, demanding engagement, etc. Most of that is over with. Why? Because we got rid of all the clowns. The ones that are in there now, they don't need me to wipe their fucking ass and hold their hand walking across the street. Whether they speak up or not, most of them don't. They're paying their fucking bill. And I hope to see a lot of them in Vegas this summer when we get together for our first annual event. But if you want 50% off your first month, and I'll give you the second fucking month for free, you get 60 days to cancel anytime. It's going to be the smartest motherfucking move you ever make. And until next time, always remember, from a somewhat darkened room, I love you and hope to see you. Join us right now in the pinned comment below.